And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This defense for the Vikings, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And Cook has it left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Cook running right. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah McKenzie, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Back to throw here.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 96 6 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 11. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. The kick by Lutz is good. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Trey Flowers picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. He'll drop to throw.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 5. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Flush to his right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Isaiah McKenzie, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Saints are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to go up top again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes, to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Buying time to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Lane.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.